Hey guys, it's Willie from Panda.com. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about preparing yourself for like a financial calamity or a financial reckoning or whatever you want to call it. It's always good to have like like an emergency go bag just in case in your everyday like normal life, in case like something, you know, God forbid, you ever go through like a fire or like something horrible. It's always good to have like your I guess like basic necessities, like maybe like a copy of your ID, your keys, a bottle of water, like maybe an extra blanket or something like that, just to in case something bad happens. Like at least you have some of your possessions, like and you're ready to go in case something bad does happen. Now you don't have to be like a full like what do you call those, like those doomsday preppers where like you're trying to like prepare for like every like crazy scenario, like a zombie apocalypse or like an asteroid, because like if an asteroid does hit your city, like chances are like you grabbing gold bag isn't gonna really help much. But I think it's still a good idea to have like some type of like insurance against like I guess like a normal quote unquote bad situation, because like if you look at like the market where it is now, I guess by the time you watch this video, we're at like all-time highs. It's the start of like 2021, and a lot of stocks are I think they're really good companies, but they're really overvalued. Even like I forget about like just like normal price to earnings. Like if you just like look at price to sales, it's like some of these companies are, look, I mean, I get like for example Tesla. I think there are a lot of good components in there. It's a really like good company, but like what you're paying, it's really hard to justify. And I'm not saying like Tesla's gonna go like bankrupt or going to zero, but I think they're like, you could probably prepare for just like a maybe like a 10 or 20% like correction. And I know like there's a lot of like really not haters, but I think like really passionate people. They love the product, and they think like like the sky's the limit. But you always have to kind of like temper your expectations, and especially in like the stock market. Like sometimes like a good company doesn't always mean like a good stock market investment or a good stock market trade, and I'm just trying to get that point across. Now and then also the other thing is like like Tesla shorts have always gotten beat up. So I'm not just like picking on Tesla. There's a lot of like software as a service companies that I think are also like again great companies, but like what you're paying, it's just like it's really hard to justify. And it's also kind of bad, especially if you're a newer investor, or like maybe you don't have like the means to buy like these type of like crazy stocks at these prices. I mean, like for example, Tesla at $800, like that's like if you just wanted to buy like one like call option or like one share, and buy 100 shares or one call option. I mean, you're talking about tying up $80,000 of capital, and for some people they don't have that just yet. And things you have to be aware of, like some brokers, like when you like if you buy a call option and they automatically exercise it when it's in the money, you have to think about like these things. But anyway, let me try to get back on track in terms of like this video's topic. Again, I just wanted you to think about just like getting some insurance on like some of your portfolio gains, especially if you already bought Tesla like way back when and like you're up some money. I mean, you have a few choices. You could probably put like some type of trailing stop behind it, so that as the stock moves higher, your stop goes along with it, and then at some point, like, if there's like a correction or something, you'll get stopped out, but at least you'll take some money out of it. And then the other thing you could do is, you could buy like some puts against it. Now with expensive stocks like Tesla, like it's a little tricky because like even the put options are expensive. Like the volatility isn't that low, so you might want to consider something like some put spreads, or like either a put vertical, or like a or what I call like dragon diagonals. Like they're like further out in time. So you buy like maybe like a leap put like further out in time, and then you finance that put with some short puts in the near month, so you can kind of arbitrage like volatility a little bit. But I've talked about that in other videos, so you can just review them when you have the chance. Like today's topic is regarding Prem Watsa. I believe he's still the CEO of Fairfax Holding. They're a large Canadian insurance company. So if you've watched like the movie like The Big Short, I think it's a good movie, especially if you're interested in the markets. So because this is sort of related to like the whole topic of like campaign trading. You have to be prepared to like go long and then go short, and then you have to kind of like also weigh like how far can like markets like move against your position. So you want to have like something to kind of offset like these potentially big losses. So in The Big Short, like Michael Burry and like these other investors, like they were like, wait a minute, like the housing bubble, like it seems like really crazy. And this is during the time, like during the last, like I guess like financial crisis. I'm not saying like things will happen exactly that way, but like just to give you guys an idea of like what could happen. You have to prepare yourself for maybe like a big massive like 50 to 60% like drop in your overall portfolio. And I'm not saying this like I hate to be like such a Debbie Downer, but you have to kind of like prepare yourself so that like the good thing, if you have some insurance, it might not pay you like the total value of like the portfolio value that you lost, but at least bring yourself up to like a manageable loss. So like if it covers like 90% of like the damage, at least like 10% loss isn't like the end of the world. You can still recover, especially if like say we have after like a big nasty like bear market, then you kind of set yourself up for like a potentially like a bull market like afterwards. But try to get back to like the topic at hand. Prem Watsa was like another person that like he also benefited from my insurance on like the housing bubble, because I think like in The Big Short, like I think it was mainly limited to like I guess like just American investors. And I think like Prem Watsa, like he was also one of the, like he made like a really good call, but he was actually early. I think he started buying like in I guess like kind of like another derivative trade. So I think he bought some CDSs. So like I guess like as the value of like the housing market went down, like his insurance went up, but he bought in like pretty early as well. It's similar to like Michael Burry, but even more so. So let me just like see if I can give you like the Cliff Notes version of this. Like so if you started in 2005, that means he probably waited at least like 4 years in order for like the payouts to come. Like he was actually down like almost 74% on like on just like the insurance part of the trade. So I mean 74%, and then after 4 years, I think a lot of people would just like kind of throw in the towel. So you still have to size like the trade accordingly. You can't like throw like 100% of your investable assets into these type of trades. So I'm gonna assume like he he sized like his trade accordingly, and that he I'm guessing he probably like averaged in at some point. Like, so maybe he started out with like I guess like 30 million to start, and then this is my guess, because like the thing that the article that I read didn't give like the exact details of like all the trades, but again, like just like the Cliff Notes version, he actually made around like a 5-to-1 payout. So he wound up eventually with like a almost $2 billion gain, which is pretty good. So that must have meant he started off with like 400 like million, or like he had like 400 million worth of like insurance on like the housing bubble. So I mean 5-to-1 on a short trade is really good, because if you think about it, like the most you can make percentage wise on a trade. So like even if again, I hate to pick on Tesla, but I guess it's one of those stocks that like a lot of people like to trade from the long or short side. And I'm not saying like Tesla, I'm just saying like what if like let's say you have you just happen to buy Tesla at like $800. The most you could like lose percentage wise is all of it, like maybe like 100%. So let's say you bought $80,000 worth of Tesla. On a percentage level, you can only lose $80,000, which it's not fun, but at least like ahead of time what like the downside is. But it's also like the reverse for like the short seller. So like if I just like shorted Tesla directly, the most I can make is that $80,000. But like that's probably not gonna happen. I can see like Tesla having just like a normal correction, but you just never know, because I know there's a lot of short sellers out there that have tried to short Tesla. And in fact, I think recently I saw an article somewhere where Michael Burry, he's also short Tesla as well. But I'm not going to get into it. I'm sure you can find like other YouTube videos that talk about it more in depth. But because like when you're using like derivatives, I guess like back then, like Prem Watsa had access to like CDSs, like these credit default swaps. But that's like only available to like high net worth individuals or large institutions. So we don't have like access to that same type of these type of like instruments, because I think like if you watch like The Big Short, you need like ISDA agreements and all that kind of stuff. But as individual investors, we have access to put options. Then the next like best thing that we have to short. You could also I guess like for like more experienced traders, you can also use futures, but usually like they're only available for I guess like indices or like other commodities. And maybe in like future video, if you guys want me to cover that as well, like I'll try to. I've traded futures in the past, but they're a little too like 50-50 for me. The reason why I like options, especially if you're thinking about like insuring like a part of your portfolio, put options allows you to be a little bit more targeted. So let's say like you do have Tesla or another like high flying stock and you want to protect it, you can probably get some put options to like kind of insure part of your portfolio. Like in another video that I made in the past, like I also covered something called what I call like ghetto marry puts, so you can probably check that out if you want. And then you can also think about like other like spread trades, like, in case like your buying power isn't like that big, or you don't have enough capital left over to buy some insurance. You can consider like put spreads to as kind of like a surrogate, in case you don't have like enough capital to buy just like put options outright, especially like right now, like the implied volatility for a lot of products, like they're not like that cheap, but you can sort of like maybe start like a small position now and then like uh, add on to it later. So then this way, like eventually you'll have like a nice like kind of like a emergency grab and go bag for your entire portfolio. So you can start thinking about it. Again, this is not like financial advice or anything. I think it's just like it would be a really damn shame, because I know some people have like they finally like started building the portfolio in 2020, and 2021 could be rocky. I don't think we'll see the I guess like the big one, like a big nasty crash until 2022. But I mean, again, this is just like my guess. The market doesn't give a crap about what I think or of the markets, like. But I'm just like I want more people to kind of like think about these things, because I don't think enough like YouTubers or other people like social media, they talk enough about like insuring your portfolio, because I really hate for people to like they built up like a decent amount of like wealth, or like they started accumulating like some wealth, and then all of a sudden like they get blindsided by like a correction or like something even worse. So I want you guys to think about, or at least like start thinking about it and start planning like how you want to protect your own portfolio. And I think like these series of like campaign trading type of videos will be helpful. So if you want, like I can make other videos, and I probably will make more videos about like campaign trading, or in addition, like how to properly insure like your portfolio. So guys, let me know in the comments like exactly what you want. Consider subscribing as well. This way I think like more people can like find out more about, I guess, like insuring the portfolio, because I don't think there's enough like content out there for this. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.